What's up guys, my name is Stoody. I'd like to welcome you back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be doing my AFL Round 15 tips for the 2025 AFL season. So a pretty quiet weekend for me this week, didn't go to any games. I kind of needed a week off from going to games, so yeah, anyway I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. And it was a pretty easy week for tipping, wasn't it? Pretty straightforward. I mean, I got 6 out of 7 tips correct, which now moves me up to 93 correct tips for the season. So let's just go through what ones I got correct and what ones I got incorrect. I think pretty much everyone tipped the exact same. Really, like 90% of people would have got 6 out of 7. So I tipped the Western Bulldogs to defeat St Kilda. I tipped Hawthorn to rob Adelaide. I tipped Geelong to defeat Essendon. I tipped Freemantle to defeat North Melbourne. I tipped Port Adelaide to defeat Melbourne, and I tipped Carlton to defeat West Coast. So the one I got incorrect was that I tipped Brisbane to defeat GWS, but GWS were able to defy the match fixing in that one. So let's go ahead and go through this week's tips. So another bullshit Thursday night game. When the fuck are they going to get rid of these? Like, honestly, not only that, it's at 8:10 p.m. Like, who in the fuck can stay up that late on a work night to watch that game? It's bullshit. But anyway, we have Freemantle taking on Essendon at Optus Stadium. I'm going to bring Freemantle in this one by 46 points. Freemantle will be pissed off after almost getting robbed against North Melbourne last week. And Essendon, I mean, when they go up against good teams, they get destroyed. So they got destroyed against Geelong last week, and I'm sure they'll lose this one pretty comfortably as well against Fremantle, since Fremantle are another good team. Just can't see Essendon being any chance in this one. Fremantle are just clearly the better team and should be able to get the job done pretty easily. Moving on to Friday night, we have Geelong taking on Brisbane at GMHBA Stadium. I'm going to bring Geelong in this one by 8 points. So it's one of those games where you just wish both teams would lose. Two severely protected feral teams going at it. But you'd think they'd protect Geelong, considering it's at GMHBA Stadium. And Geelong, they don't seem to lose that often there, so Brisbane are in some bad form. It just lost to GWS at home, so they're not looking too good at the moment, and I just think Geelong, in a reasonably close one, we get over the line here. Brisbane probably are the better team, but this one is at GMHBA. Home ground advantage is huge, and I'm sure they'll probably have the match fixing advantage as well, so I think Geelong will win this one in a close one. Moving on to Saturday afternoon, we have Carlton taking on North Melbourne at Marvel Stadium. I'm going to win Carlton in this one by 55 points. I mean, Carlton were pretty piss poor after quarter time against West Coast. I mean, to score 46 points in the first quarter and only score an extra 40 more for the rest of the game, I mean, it's pretty dog shit, really. I mean, they probably lost the last 3 quarters of the game. I don't know if Carlton just put the cue in the rack at quarter time or something like that, knowing they had the game in the bag. But yeah, if they play like that this week, then they'll probably still win anyway, to be fair, by a similar margin, because it's North Melbourne. North Melbourne are pretty pathetic. They're a shithouse club. And really, if Carlton played anywhere close to their best, they'll destroy North Melbourne. So I think this one's definitely the easiest tip of the week. Moving on to Saturday twilight, we have Port Adelaide taking on Sydney at the Adelaide Oval. I am going to be tipping Port Adelaide in this one by 31 points. So Port starting to get themselves back into contention for top 8. So they just need to keep winning, really. I mean, they've got home ground advantage against Sydney, who've also been struggling this year. Sydney are also coming off the bye, so that's a pretty big disadvantage for them. So I think Port should be too good, too strong at home for the Swans. Sydney would be a bit rusty after coming off the bye. So yeah, I think Port win this one reasonably comfortably. Moving on to Saturday night, we have Collingwood taking on St Kilda at Marvel Stadium. Now, I was considering going to this game. I might still go to it, but the problem is there's no fucking tickets available. At least last time I checked, so I don't know what the go is there. Not only that, it's bullshit that Collingwood have been robbed a fucking home ground advantage. Like, this game should be at the MCG, not fucking Marvel. It's complete and utter bullshit. But anyway, I'm going to win Collingwood in this one by 22 points. I think definitely the match fixing would definitely be on St Kilda's side for this one, due to the fact Collingwood have been robbed a home game. But Collingwood are clearly the better team. They're just way too good for St Kilda, and I think Collingwood will be able to defy the match fixing pretty easily for that reason. So, yeah, despite being robbed a home ground advantage, I think Collingwood get the victory on Saturday night. Moving on to Sunday afternoon, we have GWS taking on Gold Coast at NG Stadium. I'm going to win GWS in this one by 25 points. Are GWS back in business? This game will tell us a lot. If GWS win this, you could probably say they're back in business. If they somehow lose this, then obviously it just shows that Brisbane are in some pretty bad form. But Gold Coast, they've always struggled away from home. And I feel like all their away wins this year have been against, bad teams for the most part. So, I don't know, they haven't convinced me yet to be able to beat a decent team away from home, the Suns. So, I've just got to go GWS in this. Home ground advantage is always huge. I mean, if it was Gold Coast home ground, I probably would have went Gold Coast, to be honest. But this one, because it's at GWS's home ground and they got a win last week, I think they'll get the victory here. Moving on to the other Sunday afternoon game. This game I will be attending, but I'm a bit worried about how this one could go. So it is the Western Bulldogs taking on Richmond at Marvel Stadium. I'm going to be tipping the Western Bulldogs in this one by 53 points. We don't do too well against the Western Bulldogs, especially recently. Last year didn't go too well, and I'm expecting something similar this year. Hopefully not, since I'll be attending this time around, but yeah, I've never seen the Bulldogs play live, so yeah, there's only a handful of teams now that I haven't seen play live. The Bulldogs are one of those. I think Geelong are another, Adelaide are another, but I'll definitely see them live this year. I can't think of anyone else, to be honest. But yeah, so hopefully Richmond are at least somewhat competitive in this one. But yeah, it's an away game, so I did think about not upgrading my ticket, but I have. I'm sitting near the Richmond cheer squad for this one, so yeah, hopefully no feral Bulldog supporters around. That'll be good, but yeah, I think I've got some pretty decent seats, and yeah, hopefully we play all right in this one. So yeah, that's it for my tips for round 15. Feel free to leave your tips in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment for more epic content like this. Be sure to become a channel member. Just click the join button next to my name. Also, be sure to subscribe to my Premier King Goals with Nick. Link to his channels in the description. Also, be sure to subscribe to my other YouTube channels. Be sure to subscribe to my podcast channel, King's Names with Stoody. Also, be sure to subscribe to my second YouTube channel, Stoody Archives. Links to both of those are in the description. Also, be sure to join my Discord server, is called Australian Sports Community. Link to that is in the description. Also, be sure to follow me on my other social media accounts. I have Twitter and I also have TikTok. The username for all those is StoodyYT. Links to all those will also be in the description. I hope you had a good day, and I'll see you all in the next video.